everybody, this is Hornlets here, and welcome back for more Let's Go to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we got a bunch of 100% stuff. We finished off the golden bugs, and we got all of the hidden skills, and then we came here to City in the Sky. And in this episode, we're going to be finishing City in the Sky. At least I hope so. We might actually only get through half of it, because this is a jam-packed dungeon. There is a ton of stuff to talk about, so yeah. Let me just get started with it. So right off the bat, this room is basically going to be a good indicator of kind of how this dungeon is going to go. As you can see, like right off the bat, there are a bunch of little LJs we can do there to save a little bit of time. And then right here, we have a new glitch. So this glitch is a little bit weird to show off. But basically, the very next room is going to be the hub room of the dungeon. And on the top of that hub room, there's this fan. And that fan actually serves as basically a shortcut from the boss key room, which is 2 floors above the room that's in front of me. And what prevents you from going through the back, like the shortcut back to the room backwards to get the boss key early, is that the fan is supposed to be spinning when we enter this room. However, there's a way to prevent that. So if we transform into Wolf and then come up to this door, we want to get about as far back from the door as we can be while still being able to open it. It's not super precise. I could be a little bit more forward, but you can't be like right next to the door. And then if I press the A button to enter this door, as you can see, once I get through the room, or through the door, the fan isn't on. So basically, yeah, I skipped turning on the fan. And the reason that works is because the fan actually, of course, isn't turned on from the beginning of the room. It actually only turns on once you enter this room. And that's because there's this trigger that's like right in front of this door here. That's basically, when you enter this door, you run into that trigger pretty much without fail, and it turns the fan on. That's only if you do that as human, though. The developers completely missed that, that you could enter the door as Wolf, and I mean, it makes sense because there's literally no reason to be Wolf in this area. But if you do transform into Wolf, because Link's back legs are what run into triggers rather than his front legs, you can actually, when you enter the door, you like just barely miss touching the trigger because the back legs are just barely behind it. So yeah, because of that, you just barely miss or don't turn on the trigger, and it's really nice. And the reason that it's really nice is because this lets us skip a lot of rooms in this dungeon. Unfortunately, the 100% speedrun actually still has to go through most of those rooms that get cut out, because there are like heart pieces and whatnot in them. But the any percent speedrun can completely skip about half of this dungeon now with that trick, and it saves a lot of time and a lot of headache, so it's really nice. Now, right here, you can actually just kind of stand right by this door here, and then claw shot this. You can just barely claw shot this vine right here. It's actually not super precise to do that. You kind of just need to aim all the way up that you can, and then kind of just move left and right until you actually can see the claw shot trigger, or claw shot like sight thing change. But yeah, it's a really easy claw shot up there, and it just saves a bunch of time not having to. Can you not do that, please? See, that's why I didn't want to do that. Oh boy, that was something. Let's try that again. Round 2, fight. I think it's gonna win again. Whew, okay, that was close. Hopefully I can still get this before it stands up. Nice, okay. Alright, so there we go, I got the post hole. And now after getting that post hole, you can actually do this quick little boomerang long jump attack across this little gap right here. With using the door frame. And actually, if this were any... I need to actually do the LJ. If this were any percent, you can actually get across this gap too by using these little ledges up there. You just need to throw the boomerang over them and then do a jump attack, and it's pretty easy. So yeah, and then you can just come into this room, and then as you can see, yeah, the fan is still off, so we don't even need to turn the fan off, and we can go and get the boss key right here. So yeah, as you can see, like, we're 5 minutes into the video, and we already have the boss key. We don't even have the item dungeon, or the dungeon item. Nice mixing up my words. So anyways, now I just want to actually show off that going through this door actually does turn the fan on. I'm even going to enter it as far back as I can as human. So let's try and do that. I can still do that. There we go. Let's try this. And we'll still run into the trigger. I can guarantee it. So yeah, as you can see, the fan is on. So yeah, by entering that door as Wolf, you can basically save a lot of time. And it's kind of funny that it's that simple of a glitch. Like, it's so simple that, like, you could practically almost do that, like, accidentally and not realize it. Like, I don't actually think anybody has ever done that casually and not realized it, but, like, it's so simple. It's kind of, it's almost a wonder the devs missed that, but, like, it's not. It makes sense, because, again, yeah, you're not supposed to be, you're not even supposed to be Wolf in this dungeon, like, at all, except when you're collecting the pose. So, yeah, it makes sense, but, yeah. It's just a fun little trick that you can do there, and it saves a lot of time, so it's really nice. Alright, so after that we can we brought across this bridge here, or we opened up the bridge, I guess, and we can just come into this room, and this room has a small key in it, and that's all we're going to need to do here. That's actually the only reason we come to this entire half of the dungeon anyways, for now, is because there's the small key that we need to get. So let's go and get this small key, and then we can head on our way back to the other side. Now, I do kind of want to mention this. I'm probably not going to talk about it too much. I might, like, post a link to the video or something of it, but basically it's possible to skip that small key. It is not going to be done on a console, ever. I can practically guarantee it. It is one of the most precise tricks in this game, and, like, in one of any games. There are a number of frame-perfect things that need to be done, and it's really ridiculous. But anyways, I need to stop talking about that glitch so that I can talk about this glitch. So this glitch is called Argorok cutscene skip, I believe. So basically, right in front of this door here, there is a cutscene trigger. And if I activate the cutscene trigger, it shows this big cutscene where this entire bridge basically gets destroyed by Argorok. And yeah, basically, it's to prevent us from actually getting back to this half of the dungeon until we have the double claw shots, which is what these P-hats are for. But, yeah, so there's actually a way to skip this cutscene. There are actually two ways to skip this cutscene. I'll try and show both. So the first one that we can do is we can actually side hop onto this piece of, like, onto this broken battlement, and then we can come off up there, and then if I hadn't have fallen off, I could have just jumped over here to over on this side, and then jumped over there, and that would have skipped the cutscene. But the reason I didn't actually do it is because I want to show the other method, which was actually the first method discovered. And you literally, it's so simple. You just drop off and do a jump attack as the wind is blowing. It's really simple, and it saves a lot of time. Not only does it save the time of the cutscene, but it actually saves a bunch more, like, almost invisible time later. I'll bring it up when it becomes relevant, but yeah, it saves more time than just what time it saves from the cutscene. And the cutscene is no, like, really short cutscene either. Like, it's a fairly lengthy cutscene. So yeah, no. Actually, before I head on, I actually want to show off a glitch, since there's actually a really easy way to show it off right now. So I might as well. Basically, in order to show this glitch off, I actually need to explain another... I hesitate to call this a glitch. I'm not going to actually call it a glitch or give it like a number or anything. But this basically is called L sliding, where basically what you want to do is if you shoot the claw shot, hold the direction on the analog stick, and then lock on, this happens, where you start like sliding while you're shooting the claw shot. Yeah, we call that L sliding, and if you lock on first and then hold the direction, it doesn't work, but yeah, it works in any direction that you really want. Like, it doesn't even have to be one of, like, the 8 directions, like, you can do it in whatever direction you want, really. But that's not the important part. The important part is that it's useful for this glitch right here. So this glitch is called Claw Shot Actor Displacement, and, of course, you're going to need a few things for it. You're obviously going to need the claw shots, and something that you can claw shot, specifically an actor that you can claw shot. And the one thing that you need that isn't so obvious is you need a ledge that you can fall off of. And it's a specific kind of ledge. It's not a ledge where if you walk off of it, you will grab onto the ledge. You don't want that. The glitch does not work with that. Instead, you want a ledge like this where you can... that was a bad example. Let me show it properly. You want a ledge... Can I show this off properly, please? A ledge where if you fall off of it, you just drop right off of it rather than ledge grab. So that can be a ledge where it's too close to the grounds for you to actually grab onto it, or there's the occasional ledge like this one where you just can't grab onto it anyways. So then, these things are going to get in my way, aren't they? But then anyways, at that point, you want to do something fancy. You want to claw shot an actor. So this right here counts as an actor. An actor is basically anything that the game, like, any object that the game will have to load. And then you want to release the claw shot, and then when it connects with the with whatever actor, you want to L slide and fall off of a ledge that you can't grab onto. So it should look like this. Actually, that might not. Did that work? No, that didn't work. Let me try it again. I think I was too high up on the thing there I slid off. Let me try it a little bit further down here. Let me try it right about here. Right there. So that worked. As you can see, this is where this thing is now. It used to be attached to this thing. So as you can see, by doing that, I just completely moved or displaced this actor. And it's a really cool trick. It unfortunately, it does actually have uses in the speedrun, but the only uses it has are for glitches that are so precise that nobody's going to be able to pull them off in an RTA setting, or like on console basically. And yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but this is such a cool trick. And again, this works with any actor that you can claw shot. So unfortunately, like this, for example, is not an actor. This is a wall that you can claw shot, so it's not going to work on that. But as I showed, this is an actor, and then there are a number of other things that count as actors. Like I'm going to come back into this room now that I've shown the glitch off, and show off that there are a couple more actors. If I'm not mistaken, this thing that's right above me, the switch that I can't quite reach, I believe that is an actor. But this, for example, is a wall, so I'm not going to be able to displace that. So yeah, that's just kind of an example. Yeah, any object that will load that you can claw shot rather than a wall, that is something that you can displace using this method, and it is such a cool trick. It's a little unfortunate that we can't use it in a speedrun setting just because of how precise the tricks that use it are, but it's such a cool trick. It's easily one of my favorite tricks in this game, just because of how absurd it is. But anyways, so now that we're done that, we can actually just head on our way finally, now that I can stop gushing about some tricks in this game. And actually, speaking of tricks that use clawshot actor displacements, the small key skip that I was talking about earlier actually does use it. The small key skip skips this door that's actually right in front of, like where the bridge just extended to. That is the door that we would skip with the small key skip. You would actually have to do this weird parkour strat to like fall down to the door that's like underneath there, which it doesn't have a key or a lock on it, and then you would do like this really ridiculous thing. I'll link to the video of it so you can see what it is, but yeah, it does like this really ridiculous stuff that ends up being able to claw shot onto that set of vines right there after coming through the bottom door, and it's insane. It barely saves, or not that it barely saves any time, it saves a fair amount of time, but yeah, in an RTA setting it would be so hard to do. But anyways, so right there, you can just do an LJA across there, no problem. It skips having to go through all of those wind vents, so that's really nice. Oh shoot, I need to go over another thing. So this is a thing that actually isn't possible in the GameCube version, but I'm gonna sort of show it off anyways. Right here, if I come into this room, this is the room that has the, whatever it is, the map in it. But right here, you'll notice this gate. This room right here is actually the room right before the mini-boss that lets you get the dungeon item. And unfortunately, we have this gate in our way that we can't get rid of, because I think the thing that opens the gate is... good question. I actually have no idea where the switch to open it is. It's probably outside there somewhere. In the HD version, and only in the HD version, you can actually unload this. I'm gonna see if I can get some HD footage playing for this. But basically, what you need to do is you need to go all the way into Lakebed Temple of all temples, go into this specific room, and load this gate right here into the memory. And then without resetting the game, and like clearing the memory, you need to come back and into this dungeon, and then when you enter this room, this gate will just randomly be gone. Because I'm not exactly sure why this works, but I think it's like this gate and that one in Lakebed Temple are like, they're the same kind of gate, or like they're loaded in the same class of objects or something. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I'm not really knowledgeable about programming necessarily, but yeah, it's basically because you loaded in that first one, it for some reason can't load this gate in because that gate is already loaded into memory, and so you can just walk right through it and get to the double claw shots early. It's an insanely ridiculous trick. I love that kind of trick where it's like you're manipulating memory addresses and whatnot. It's so good. I love it. But anyways, now I'm going to show some real ancient strats here, so long as this guy doesn't get in my way. Let me just kill this guy. I guess I just feel like showing this off. Basically, you can actually get across these if by just doing a bunch of side hops. Oh wow, actually I failed. Wow. Okay, I did not side hop fast enough. But yeah, you can actually skip turning off this fan by doing this. Let me try it again. This trick will not get the better of me. There we go. Oh, and then I go into... Good job, me. Let me cut to when I actually get this. There we go. Okay. So then you don't take your boots off when you're still with the fan. But yeah, that right there is the switch that you would normally hit to turn the fans off. But yeah, you can just completely skip doing that with the boots. But yeah, that's a completely really outdated strat that nobody uses anymore, but it's still a cool strat nonetheless. So then right here, I'm going to be doing a bunch of little LJs to get through this room. It's really cool. Oh wow, I have never had that happen before. The keys just damaged me in midair. That is definitely a first. But yeah, and also a cool thing to mention is that this is actually one of the few rooms in the entire game where the Wii version actually can use LJAs to skip parts of the room, because this room has the keys in them, and you can actually use the keys to like sort of position them over the voids, and then you can use that to get over these gaps. And it saves a little bit of time, and it's actually a really interesting strategy, but the keys are very annoying to actually work with, so it's still kind of annoying. Right there, I just got a one-frame jump attack to save a tiny bit of time. Now right here, that is the best strat for this room. It is so good. I love that strat. Just for whatever reason, like, as soon as they jump over, they're vulnerable to attack, so you can just do a spin attack and knock them both off into the void. It's like such a letdown for that fight. Like, it seems like it's gonna be such a hard fight, because I think this is the first time you're even seeing these enemies. Oh no, it's not. You saw them in Temple of Time. But yeah, the Dynalphos, they're like really difficult enemies, and you can just do that and kill them really, really quickly. It's great. But anyways, now that we're done that, we just need to come over here and get into this room. This room is kind of annoying though. So there's actually a trick. It's not really a glitch. It's more of a cool little exploit that you can do, or a cool little trick. Basically, normally, let me just get into position here. You can actually land on top of this little platform right here. But normally what you're supposed to do is go and claw shot onto that little switch there. That turns on that fan that's with the pots on them, and then you can use an Uku to get up and over into that little hole in the wall there. But you can actually, from here, you can actually jump off and just barely grab onto the ledge. I just missed it. It is a pretty precise trick. It's actually one of the harder tricks in this dungeon, in my opinion at least. It can be consistent, but yeah, it's a really stupid trick. Right there, okay. So yeah, I didn't actually get a vertical boost from the winds there, but yeah, you can just barely get up there, get through there, and it saves a fair amount of time, because you just don't have to open up that switch and then use the Uku there. It's really nice. So yeah, and then at this point, this is the room that you would enter that has like that right there was the map area that I was in. So you would just come out there in the HD version, and then you could come all the way down. But now right here, this is actually a really fun strategy you can do to get down to the boss, or the mid boss really quickly. You can just jump down with the Uku and then use the iron boots to just fall down really quickly. It's a really nice strategy, and it saves a bunch of time. You can also do this like kind of precise jump attack, like you can roll off the ledge and then do a mid-air jump attack at some point, but it's really precise, and it loses you 2 hearts or something like that, so it's really annoying. But anyways, now right here, I got a 1-frame press where I can like equip the iron boots during that cutscene, and then right here there's also another 1-frame thing you can do. I missed it. You can actually drop off right before this cutscene starts, and then you land in the other thing during this cutscene, and then you just start the mid-boss cutscene right away. But before I do that, I actually want to equip the Hawkeye. I mentioned I was going to be using the Hawkeye once in this dungeon, or in this this playthrough. Here is when I'm going to be doing it, because we have another trick, another glitch. We can skip Eralphos. So let me just actually... hold on, I actually might want to do this real quick. Just a little bit of a setup to get into a good position. And then you can aim at this claw shot target. Oops, that was really bad. See, I don't know how to actually do this this Hawkeye method. And now this guy's gonna just completely destroy me. So that is the one downside to this, is that this is a really dumb trick. There is 1 pixel where you can lock onto, or where you can actually hit that claw shot target. And I've never done this with a Hawkeye before. Apparently I was aiming way too far down. Yeah, like, even there I was. So let me see if I can just get this. There we go. So yeah, by doing that, you can just completely get through that door, and then the Eralphos can't get you. I don't know how the Hawkeye is supposed to help, but yeah, I guess there's some visual cue you can look for. I just don't know what the visual cue is. But anyways, so now that we've done that, yeah, we've skipped that. Now, this is a bit of a finicky trick. The setup I did at the start was actually specifically to prevent me from voiding out. If you are, like, in certain wrong positions, when you drop off of here, you will actually get crushed by this door. And it's really annoying and unfortunate when it happens. But yeah, so that setup that I did where you just roll forwards, or like you roll the one direction and then put on iron boots and then roll back the other direction, just puts you in the perfect position that you want. And then you can get the other claw shots. Then let me equip that real quick. And then I'm going to save and quit, because I can't actually get out of this this room any other way. So yeah, let me just save there on the new quest log and then quit and start over. And now I get to talk about the other time saver that the Argorok cutscene skip provides. Specifically, when you save warp, it puts you here. So normally when you save warp in the dungeon, it puts you way back at the beginning. Like if I were to open up the map and show you guys, it would... Oh, this way. It would put me back in the water, kind of where I was when I first started this episode. However, because I skipped the Argorok cutscene, the game actually considered this. The developers thought, hey, what if somebody tried to save and quit and then start again? They could skip the cutscene. So instead, in order to prevent you from skipping that cutscene, they updated the save location to right in front of this key chest. And so basically that's just to try to prevent you from being able to skip it. But by skipping that cutscene, that keeps the updated save point to be in front of this this small key chest right here, which gets us to this wing of the dungeon faster. So on top of the saving the time from the cutscene, it saves another like minute having we don't actually have to backtrack to this this area. So that's really nice. But anyways, so now we want to go this way. Now this is the section that's doing the fan at the top of the hub room. This is the room, or this room and the next bunch of rooms are the rooms that it skips, that it would normally skip. We just have to do this because we have some things that we need to do. But plus, it's also really interesting to show these off because there are some interesting strategies we can use. So right here, we can actually just stand right here and just barely hit that crystal switch. We don't actually need to go and attack any of the any of those Babas up there. And then we want to come over to about here. It's not like super precise. And then we actually want to use the boomerang right about here. I look for this vertical line right here. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, there's a vertical line there. I look for that, and then I just target a bunch up there, and then I can do a jump attack and I land on there. So that skips having to claw shot up there. And then you can just claw shot onto this right here, and then you can claw shot onto this up here, and then you can claw shot onto this, and then you're done that. Now is the dumbest room in the entire game. Okay, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration. But yeah, this run is really quick. I'm actually going to see if I try to focus a little bit. We need to lure that guy over there so that he doesn't attack us when we're trying to do this. Okay, that was actually really nice. And then we want to claw shot onto this right here. So that is actually pretty difficult. I made it look kind of easy, but it is still pretty difficult. So yeah, basically that, whatever that thing is, that big enemy there, can attack you off the ledge, and probably will. And if you're too slow trying to lock on or get onto that that little like claw shot target, then the Deku Baba can also hit you. So that's really annoying. But anyways, so after that we just want to come over here, and right here we actually have an interesting LJA we can do. We want to LJA over to this chest because this is actually a heart piece chest, so we need that. And it also just saves time than having to go over there because you have to like do a bunch of like you have to like hang onto a ledge and do some like weird movement on there, and it's really slow. But yeah, so instead we can actually just throw the boomerang up like this and then do a big jump attack, and we can get over here. And oh wow, I knocked that thing off. Nice. But yeah, then we can just open up this chest and we get a heart piece. Wonderful. Just 2 more for another heart container. And then did I kill all the... Okay, I guess I killed the keys here. And then from here, you can actually just target onto this claw shot target, lock on and get this claw shot target, and then go over and claw shot this. And then we're onto this. Now, I've been having a lot of trouble with this LJA recently. I'm going to give it a shot, though. I'm going to stand far enough back so that if I don't get an LJA, I still land on the platform, like so. That was actually almost not good, but yeah, anyways. So I'm going to target above this big fat thing here that's above the door, and hopefully I should be... Oh, I'm too far back. Let me try... See, I'm really nervous about this because I've failed this a lot recently. Lock onto there, and we'll try it here. Yeah, see, I didn't get an LJA, and I have no idea why. But fortunately, I was standing far enough back that that wasn't going to make me void out. There we go. Okay, so that got an LJA. And another reason you want to stand pretty far back is so that you don't run your sword into the thing up there and void out, because that's happened to me before too. Now, this next room is... You actually need to be very quick here, so I'm going to try and do that. Well, you don't need to be quick, but it's really fast if you are quick. So we want to roll over to here, and then do a quick LJA here off of the void, and then come over to here, and then claw shot onto this, and then if we do it fast enough, we can get over there before we actually, before it's too late, basically. And so yeah, that saves a lot of time. And now at this point, we actually, this is kind of the annoying part, we need to get that Poe, and the only way to get that Poe is, where is it? Oh shoot, oh shoot. Please tell me I'm still within range. No! Alright, so you can claw shot onto that, and then claw shot this, drop off, and then we can get this Poe. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter how fast we are here, we are not able to make the cycle coming back. Like, we have to wait another cycle with that one P-hat. And it's so dumb. It's just, it takes so long, and yeah, this is just the one, like, really slow part of this run that just, it's kind of annoying. But for fun, you can, I guess, just keep claw-shotting this thing and switching which hand you have it claw-shotted with. I just kind of found that you could do this 100% run because I was bored. Anyways, is it? Nope, it's not back yet. I'm just gonna cut. Alright, we got onto this P-hat, and then I just want to claw shot down here, and now we have another quick little LJA that we can do, actually, over across this, which actually saves a bunch of time. We don't have to wait for... Oh, wait. Yeah, that was a bad angle. I usually try aiming for this vertical line right here on the wall, and then by doing that, we should be able to, yeah, get over there, and then we want to open this chest because this has the other heart piece that we want in it. Just have one more. But yeah, by doing that LJA, we're able to skip having to wait on all of these P-hat cycles over here. So it's really nice. Just a nice big little time saver. Now, actually, at this point, I could probably save warp because I already got the boss key. But what you would do in the 100% speedrun normally is that you would just come through this door, and then you can come across here. Oops. Yeah, you would come across here, and then that room that's just in front of me there is the room that I entered after going through the fan. So. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this part out because I'm just going to be doing some stuff we've already seen. Well, I suppose I didn't show off this LJA. This is the LJA you would do in any percent to do this. You would just throw it over here and then do an LJA and get across this. And then you can just enter the door just fine. Alright, so now that we're done that, we can finally head our way to the boss because we have everything we need in the dungeon. So let's go up here one more time. This time not for glitch purpose. Well, I say not for glitch purposes, but we're going to be doing some glitches. So one thing you'll notice is that I didn't turn the fan on. So basically that right there is a fan, and normally you're supposed to turn that on in order to get these fans here spinning so that you can get to the other side. That's the lame way. And I don't want to do the lame way. So basically, just kind of want to show this off. If you claw shot the very top of these things when you are slightly higher, or like on level or higher with the top of this claw shot area, you can grab onto this. So for instance, right here, if I were to claw shot down here, I wouldn't ledge grab. But if I ledge or claw shot like way up here, I will ledge grab. So as you can see, I grab the ledge right there. And then I just want to get over here a little bit and then climb up. Now right here I need to be a little bit quick so that the Kargroks don't destroy me. But I want to do a couple of quick boomerang targets so that I can... Oh, actually, oh, that was bad. I guess the first target was a little bit off. Alright, round 2, let's go. This is slow. Okay. That was really slow and this might not even work. Oh no, that just barely worked. So yeah, if you do the targets right, you can just barely land on the railing there. And that skips having to turn the fan on and having to wait for all of the spinning, whatever those things are. Claw shot target things. Yeah, so that's really nice. Now this room is really, really annoying. You have these two air alphos here, and like you gotta beat both of them. Actually, no, you don't. You literally, if you just start moving, it doesn't matter. You do not need to bother fighting these. They will not attack you. They only attack you if you're on the ground, so it's really nice that you can skip that. Oops. Oh, wow. Well, this is bad. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so unfortunately we can't do anything about waiting for the spinning cycles here, but fortunately we have this fast thing we can do right here. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. I just missed it. You can just barely grab onto that claw shot target there. And it saves, like, just, of course, the time that you would have to spend going around there again. So it saves, like, probably 3 seconds or something. But yeah, then we can just hit that last switch, and then we can come over here, and right in front of us, in a few seconds, right there, we have the boss door. So let's go fight the boss. Now, this boss is really cool. This is possibly one of my favorite bosses in this speedrun, or in the game, just because of how cool it is, how cool it looks. But basically, so right off the bat, what you're normally supposed to do is you're supposed to use the claw shot on that there, and then you're supposed to use it on those vines up there, and then you're supposed to do a lot of climbing. That's pretty slow. What you can do is you can get into this very, just get very close to the edge here. It's not super precise. And then you can actually aim all the way up here and claw shot the very top of this. Now, it is a little bit dangerous because sometimes you can actually claw shot what we call a dead pixel, where basically it's something that you can claw shot, but it doesn't actually put you on the vines, and so you can't actually climb up there. You're kind of just stuck on the wall, and you can do nothing but drop off. So fortunately, I didn't get that. But then after that, we can just climb up here and start the fight. So right off the bat, this fight has a lot of really cool things in it. So right here, we can, we just want to, like, there's nothing we can do for the first little bit. We have to wait. So I just like claw-shotting up here. I don't believe you have to claw-shot up. But then we want to just come to the middle, like this. We want to get our claw-shot out. We already have it out. And then this guy is going to come into the middle, and then we can just claw-shot this. Now, right here, this is a very important thing. We actually want to be holding up right during this cutscene. Or, well, it doesn't matter during the cutscene, but, like, right after this cutscene ends, we want to be holding up right so that we can do this really quick here. So that we can claw-shot back onto here, and if we do it fast enough, that doesn't give Argarok enough time to get up, and so by the time Argarok does get up, we are already on the claw shot thing on the side, and that tricks Argarok into thinking that he's already flown around again. So it just lets us grab onto him right away again, and that saves a ton of time, like a minute or something. And so that lets us get into the second phase really quickly. Now, I'm a little sad. I'm not going to be able to show something off. It is actually possible to two-cycle this next phase, this next part of Argarok. It's supposed to take 3 cycles, but using the Great Fairy Tears that we got a few episodes ago from Giovanni, you can actually like power yourself up and then do some attacks on Argarok and get basically just skip a cycle. But it's really weird because the how do I put this? The Great Fairy Tears don't last for very long, and so it's kind of annoying, and you have to be really fast. But anyways, right here, I just want to point out, I jumped and voided out there. It seems really stupid, but actually that brings Argarok right back to the center of the arena here, and so we actually don't have to wait for Argarok to fly around a bunch anymore. So that's really nice. But anyways, now I want to do this, and oh shoot, I actually don't have my audio playing, so I'm just going to have to kind of wing this. Hopefully that was good. Right here. Yep, I got it. Nice. So right there, normally Argarok is supposed to spend a bunch of time shooting fire at us, but if we use our iron boots to sink down low enough while we're on the P-hats, we can actually trick Argarok into thinking that we fell off, and Argarok will stop blowing. Of blowing fire, but then, of course, because we just took off our iron boots and we start flying up again with the... we start flying, or just floating up because we're on the P-hat again, we can skip part of the fire cycle, and it's really nice. Hopefully this works too. Wow. I don't even have my audio playing, like, I can't hear the game audio right now, and I managed to get that twice, even though it's a trick that completely requires an audio cue. That's nice. Alright, but yeah, so just by doing that, you can actually skip the flame cycles on there, and it's really cool. And it saves a fair amount of time. Oops. Do that. Now here we have the last hit. Now the last hit, Argarok tries to like, do some fancy stuff, and like he tries to trick you, but we're not gonna have any of that. So we're gonna try outsmarting him. We want to go across 4 P-hats, and then switch directions, and then right about now, when the fire covers the P-hat, you want to equip the iron boots, he'll turn around, and then about as soon as he starts blowing fire, oh shoot, I failed it. Nice. Well, I mean, it's not... I took my iron boots off too early. As soon as he starts blowing fire, you can get rid of your iron boots, and he will stop blowing, and you'll skip another part of the cycle. So that's really nice that you can do that. But anyways, with that, we are done with this boss. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't show off the 2 cycle. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I think what you need to do is you need him to finish blowing fire, and then you need to get on top of these... if the camera will show them, on these, like, those big pillars that you can claw shot, you need to get on top of them because you can do that, and then you need to drink the Great Fairy Tears, and then you need to claw shot back onto the P-hats and then onto Argarok and then wail on him. It seems very difficult. I've never actually tried it, if I'm being honest, but yeah, it's quite the trick, so... But yeah, ultimately doing that would save like another minute and a half probably, because yeah, these cycles on this boss are not short by any means, but yeah. But anyways, with that, we have all of the mirror shards, and we actually do have all of the mirror shards. In the any% speed run, this is the only mirror shard that you really need to get, other than, I guess, the Arbiter's Grounds one, so that you can actually get to Palace of Twilight. But yeah, this is the only one you would need, so in any percent we would only have gotten 2 mirror shards at this point, but it would say we have 4, but yeah, so anyways, we have all of that, we get an extra heart container, that's at 17 hearts now, we're actually almost at 18, and with that, that is going to be the end of the episode, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click that like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me on the links in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!